Welcome to the Kat Nelson Show. I'm the one and only Kat Nelson, MMA fighter out of Orlando, Florida. You can join me on my journey to becoming the baddest bantamweight fighter in the world by following me on social at KatNoy11. This episode is brought to you by Black Lab Organics, all natural and organic dog treats. Our goal at Black Lab Organics is to create CBD-infused dog treats with real ingredients, because we believe that dogs deserve better. Follow us on social at Black Lab Organics or visit our website, blacklaborganics.com. Use discount code CAT10 to get 10% off your next order. Crazy about fights? The Fight Bananas podcast is all fight news and everything fight related. Follow them on social at Fight Bananas Official. You can also tune in on YouTube, all podcast platforms, and iHeartRadio. I train about 5 to 6 days a week, and as a fighter, I understand the importance of recovery. Fusion CBD products always has my back. I use their CBD oil every morning in my coffee and their CBD balms after trainings and before bed. And just like that, I feel brand new, ready to take on the next day. Follow them on social at Fusion CBD Products or visit their site fusioncbdproducts.com. New Dimensions Wellness Studio is a premium health, wellness, and performance center that combines cutting-edge technology with ancient wisdom. Every visit I make to New Dimensions, I leave feeling like a brand new woman. Whether you're an athlete that wants to excel in performance, undergoing rehab from an injury, or just want to take care of yourself, they will guide you to all your needs. Follow them on social at nd_wellness or visit their site mynewdimension.com. Just Blaze Clothing is South Florida's #1 source of clothing for the cannabis community. They sell all types of apparel, accessories, and rolling trays, perfect for any stoner dude or stoner babe. Check them out on social at Just Blaze Clothing or on their website, justblazeclothing.com. Use discount code CAT10 to get 10% off your next order. The law offices of Daniel Martinez has got your back. Daniel Martinez is a criminal defense attorney who fights in court and in the cage. Shut up and lawyer up with the law offices of Daniel Martinez. Follow them on social at martinez.law.321 or their website martinez.law. Never stop, never quit. Support local fighters with Team Reaper. Team Reaper creates personal fight apparel just so fighters can make profit. I have my own fight apparel you can purchase on the website reaper1.co. You can also follow them on social at Team Reaper1. By purchasing my shirt, you will not only be supporting me, you will also be supporting this podcast, other fighters, and Rue Camp Champs, a youth crime prevention organization in my hometown, Orlando, Florida. Rue Camp Champs' mission is to get youth off of the streets and teach them martial arts. You can also donate to Rue Camp Champs at kidsmma.org.
And the hemoglobin.
Oh, big shot, spinning back fist by right hand. And
That's
wow. Road. That's a wrap, son. Cat.
What is up, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve. This is the Kat Nelson Show. I'm Kat Nelson, and I'm joined by Liza Solar. How are you doing today?
What's up, guys? What's up? I'm doing good. I'm very festive right now.
Yes, you look super cute and festive.
Thank you.
So, Liza, you represent like woman empowerment, that single mom hustle, positive vibes, and you're into combat sports, mixed martial arts, and I just you're amazing and you're inspiring. So I wanted to have you on here, and I want to talk about your podcast. So You kind of started that because of, what I just mentioned, that all of these things, and you want to talk about them and express them. So tell us a little bit about Liza with a Z.
All right. Well, this idea has been something that I've been working on for quite some time now. It started just me on my Instagram story, just giving updates on my dailies, and like everybody else, you post your story. And at that time, I started to do fight camps in my gym, and I was just giving daily updates of my log, my nutrition, my weight loss, my struggles, my ups and downs,
Right,
like
yeah.
crying and all of that on there. You saw all of it from beginning to end. And a lot of people would come up to me like, wow, man, your story is inspiring. Like, you
Yeah.
inspire me to hustle. You inspire me to, go hard in the gym. And I'm like,
Mhm.
me? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I was just going to have a good time. I had a great group of people around me, a lot of great fighters around me, giving me a lot of their knowledge. And, that inspired me to continue. And then, I started working with different fitness trainers. And we started doing like a women's empowerment boot camp. Actually, we did that, I think,
Mhm.
last year. I want to do
Mhm.
another one soon. But
Mhm.
it's little things like that that get me to continue. And I started this podcast during quarantine.
Right, yeah.
Like
The best
everybody
it was the best
else.
time to start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of time in my hands, and
Right.
a lot of my family members were just like, get creative.
Mhm.
And of course, I started baking like everybody else too.
Mhm.
But there were nights I couldn't sleep because I would like literally have this idea in my mind, or even just a word would, write a subject down, and then or the picture of the logo would pop up in my mind. I'm like, all right, I have to figure this out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I'm just having
Yeah.
fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's like learning along the way and getting more creative. And, I've had a lot of great feedback, good and bad. It is nerve wracking, and it is like, I overthink a lot.
Mhm. I mean, it's
But
normal.
yeah, and but you know what, I'm having fun with it. And
Right.
it's a great source of just being able to express myself in a different way and communicating with people, and then also putting out like good content as well.
Right. Yeah, it's a way of expression. That's how I feel about it too. And right now, like, we're both beginners and it's kind of more like a hobby, trying it out, new experience, but we could go far with this.
Yeah,
So, for
yeah,
sure.
we could do like a little duo show.
Oh, that's a good idea. But so you and I, like, we can relate the most, like, through martial arts. We met at combat night. You saw
Yeah.
my fight. So what's your favorite fight style?
Oof. That's tough. Um, I would say I love Muay Thai. I do.
Mhm.
It's what I started with in the
Right.
beginning. And then I started to learn a little bit jujitsu, no gi. I was more comfortable with no gi than with gi.
Mhm.
I do have one, I'm very super white belt. Very basics,
Hey, but
Uh,
you know
when,
the basics and you train.
yeah,
So.
when in doubt, shrimp out. That's like my favorite
Ah,
one.
yeah. Yeah.
And so, and then now I'm learning a lot more of a boxing style technique here in Wesley Chapel.
Yeah.
But I love it all. At the end of the day, it's
Right.
just a good time, no matter what I do.
Yeah, you're looking sharp in those vids. I saw them. The boxing ones.
And that's because my coach is like literally repetitive, and like I'm a type of person, like I need to get that step or that combo. I don't care if I have to do it 1,000 times in a row.
Right.
Until I get that combo, I'm gonna keep going. And
Before
so,
you move on and, like, learn more stuff.
yeah.
Nice, nice. So, we talked about this before, like, the reason why I started fighting or getting into mixed martial arts, and the way it made me feel was confidence. And why did you start, and how does it make you feel?
Wow. So when I first started this journey, I've always had like a constant battle with weight issues. Especially after I had my kids as a mom. It's just
Mhm.
like really tough.
Mhm.
And you're always putting 100% for everybody else, and like putting yourself
Right.
last. So,
Right.
I gained a lot of weight after my second child, and just going through a lot of different stages, and coming out of a toxic relationship. So, like, I was very heavy. I would say about like 40 pounds heavier than what I am now. And so, and naturally, I'm a curvy woman. I'm Latina. I'm very,
Mm-hmm.
I embrace that about myself. It took me a long time to be accepting of, skinny is not beautiful.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and it took me a while because that's what society wants you to
Mm-hmm.
think.
That's what we grew up in, and
Exactly. And so after, like, once I found the gym that I started at, which was John Way Martial Arts, I just started with a kickboxing class, and it felt so great. I mean, I was sore the first class. It was the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time me trying anything, but it felt great to let out all the stress and
Right.
anxiety and the frustration. And it was just a bag, So at that
Right.
point, I did it. I was a little, afraid at first, like, am I capable of doing this? But
Mm-hmm.
then, they have great coaches in that gym that are all about women empowerment. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
are very big on making sure all the women in their gym feel safe, and they are well trained to defend themselves. And that is why I was so happy that I joined that gym. And
Mm-hmm.
it gave me the confidence. They were there, and trust me, they drilled me and drilled me and drilled me until, I would get
Yeah.
things right.
Yeah, so it was a good outlet for you.
Yeah,
Plus, you were learning skills that not everyone gets to learn. And if someone were to try you, in the street and
don't do
they're
it.
untrained,
Don't do it.
exactly, don't do it.
It's so crazy. Like, I've had this conversation with so many other people, even women and men. Now that we're like all trained and with a little bit of self defense styles, everybody's like, "Yo, I'm ready at any moment."
Right,
Any
yeah.
moment, like, I could be at the grocery store, and so
Let's go.
the
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Um,
yeah.
I have a funny story. Well, it's not funny. It's cool.
Okay.
So at my last fight, which you saw, this was like 6 months ago, I
Mhm.
didn't have someone to wrap my hands. So I told the promoter, like, can I get someone to wrap my hands? He was like, yeah, I got you. And it was John Way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. Like,
So I was
that's my
like,
seafood.
hell yeah. So I was like, okay, John Way, we met at combat night. The universe is working to, make us
Bring
connect.
us together.
Exactly. And now we're on this podcast together.
It's so crazy how the world is. The universe, you know what you're doing.
Right. Exactly. So at John Way, how long did you train for? And I know, like, I saw some like fight stuff. Like, you took a fight?
Well,
I just didn't know. It's cool. It's cool as fuck.
uh, well, the thing is that when I joined, they had already started this like fight camp program. It was like just an in-house kind of thing, 8 weeks. They train you just like a fighter would go for a UFC fight. They do their fight camp, whatever training they had to do. Basically, they
Right.
gave us that experience,
Right.
and they gave us, our weight requirement that we needed to
Whoa,
drop
that's
weight.
so cool.
They did our measurements. Every week was weigh-ins. We had to come in, weigh in, and
Wow.
get closer to the goal. And of course, we were like average day people. We had people that were doctors and nurses, and
Mm-hmm.
guys from construction, police officers, and then me. I'm a mom, and
Right. Right.
a couple other moms too were in that fight camp. And the first fight camp, I dropped about between almost 20 pounds.
Right.
And, I learned a lot about just the art of martial arts. And then I did it 2 more times. So, but at the end of each fight camp, you were challenged to one of the coaches in the gym.
Whoa.
So,
That's pretty
and you
cool.
didn't know which one it was. And you found out that same night of
Dang.
after 8 weeks of them torturing us through boot
Yeah.
camps and running in the rain and like swimming in the sea, the beach, and running.
Right.
It's just like all kinds of shit. Then we got to fight one of them at the end, and I fought three different coaches of mine, and I had a great time. I did want to start maybe doing like tournaments, but then I ended up moving over here. But
Right.
if I were to ever go back, going back home to my team so they can train me. You know, among other
Yeah.
coaches that I've had my eye on over there in Broward too.
Yeah, I saw one of your episodes where you were like letting things out and letting things off your chest, and you were talking
Okay.
about like Broward is your home and
Yeah.
like happiness, and you're a single mom, and do you work hard to have stability, or do you struggle a little bit and follow your dreams? And I kind of wanted you to just like dabble into that a little bit, because you are going back to Broward in like 5 days, right?
Yeah, I'm going down to visit, and because my boy's fighting at the XFN fight on
Okay.
Saturday, and he's
Okay,
the main
cool.
event.
All
Daniel
right.
Morrison, don't miss it.
Heck
Oh wait,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm going down to Broward, and I feel like every time I go back down there, I'm there with my best friends. I'm there with my like a
Right.
lot more family members, and
Yeah.
you know, I was raised there, so it's always gonna feel like home.
Right.
um because I've come to this area for reasons, family reasons, and I have to
Mhm.
take care of loved ones here. But
Mhm.
I also wanted to see a change in a lot of things. As a single mom, I do struggle. I have good days, I have bad days.
Mhm.
I have two kids that they have their own special needs. And so, I got to cater to that. I work full time. And then I
Mhm.
try to find time to work out too and do this podcast. So it's
Right.
just like, um, I'm at the point where like I love doing this among other things that I love doing.
Mhm.
But I had a moment where like I was starting to feel upset about going back to work after my quarantine because I love doing this. And I'm
Oh,
just like, hopefully one day that this podcast will get successful enough to be my main source,
for
or,
sure.
and that I could provide for my family and be happy doing it.
Right, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that like off air if you'd like
Yeah.
to. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, cool.
Um
We'll talk. Wink, wink.
yeah, yeah. So, do you feel like Christmas is tomorrow? Do you feel like and New Year's next week? Do you feel like the holidays make you miss Broward a little bit more, because that is home, that's where your heart is, and I feel like the holidays make me feel all warm and fuzzy.
I have a little bit of both. At this time of year, I'm actually going to drop off my kids. They're gonna be down with their dad for the next 2 weeks, so
Okay.
I'm gonna be pretty busy at work.
Okay.
And so I work in retail, and so it's gonna be busy anyways at the
Mhm.
store. And I do feel a little down sometimes. I don't have a significant other right now. And I like, you have your traditions, like the
Yeah.
holiday traditions and like
Yeah.
the New Year's kiss that everybody looks forward to. I always kiss my kids, so whatever. I still got love on New Year's, but don't worry. Maybe next year.
Hey, maybe.
Who knows? But for the most part, when I go back home, I feel a lot of love.
Right.
I have a lot of good energy. I have some people that are really showing me support towards the podcast and want to see me succeed. So, they're pulling all types of resources and
Hmm.
trying to get me to a better standing. And my family is also helping me with that journey too. So,
Right. Nice. Well, I hope you have a good time when you go,
yeah,
and I hope a good luck to Daniel Morrison.
yeah,
Um.
that's my boy.
Yeah. One thing I want to touch up on um, is that you are the type of person that you said that you were open to what the universe brings to you,
Yeah.
and you like to have experience new things and new ideas, and that's why you have opened up to cannabis and the cannabis community.
Yep.
So how has cannabis benefited you, and you know, did, why did you start using it, if there is any particular circumstance? And yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been doing cannabis for quite some time now. So,
Yeah.
for the most part, it's been always experiences with like great people around me. You know, I have good friends. We all like have a little huddle. We all hang out.
Right.
Um, and it's just I tend to overthink a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
overthink a lot. I have anxiety sometimes. Like, sometimes it's to the point where I don't want to go around like a big social setting,
Yeah,
and
sure. Yeah.
it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. But then, I just smoke a little ganj, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, it
I'm
makes
good to go. It
everything
just gives
better.
me that mellow. I'm like, all right, I'm in a good vibe. I'm
Yeah.
chill. I'm not so much in my head thinking like, oh, whatever. And then I just move on with the rest of my day.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah.
more like, I feel more like collected, like in my own zone type.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's great. And like my podcast that's what I want to bring awareness to. So that's amazing that it helps you and you benefit from it. And you mentioned that your mom was starting to use CBD products. So
Yeah.
how has that affected her and affected your relationship?
Honestly, she still has her thoughts about it, but like it's like a baby step process right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get her to be more pro cannabis because she has a lot of different pains she's going through. She has arthritis and
Right.
just a bunch of other things. And I hate the fact, like, I hate taking pills. I really
Mm-hmm.
do.
Me too. Yes,
I
me
can't. I'm like the biggest chicken in the world to swallow a
too.
pill.
I just
But
know that it's like they're not good for you. I
yeah,
I just feel
I
like
know.
they're so bad for you.
No, and like even to the point with the capsules, like I'll take the powder out, whatever. I'll
Mm-hmm.
deal with the taste, but I'm not gonna swallow it. But
Mm-hmm.
my mom, I started using CBD, Fusion CBD, muscle and joint capsules, and I use a
Yeah.
lot of their products. And
Yeah.
then, my mom was complaining and complaining and saying, ask me for aspirin and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, listen, take these, please. Take these and just take them for like however many days you need to, and just tell me if you feel a difference. And like
Mm-hmm.
literally one day, the next day, I asked her like, hey, how you feeling today? She's like, oh my god, Lisa, I'm never changing. Tell him that I need more. The next order, you get me some. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was so
That's
excited, and so she loves them, and then he told me they were sold out right now. So once they get that new
oh
shipment in,
man.
we're gonna we're gonna get some more for sure.
Yeah, probably for the holidays they're pretty busy, but that's amazing and I hope that transformation and evolution continues because it's definitely going to help her, especially with problems like that. Like medicine, like it's just a temporary and it blocks off the pain and like it's still there, you know?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so okay. So
It has healing powers. It has healing
exactly. It's
powers.
magic. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What what are some things you're looking uh towards in 2021? We're about to have a new year.
I definitely want to continue educating myself more in mixed martial arts. It's very important to me to continue to train.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would be fighter material. I feel like I just want to be well educated in it, and I want to know what I'm doing. I don't.
Right.
I want to eventually, like, a dream of mine is to be like a black belt in jujitsu, because I
Right.
want my kids to be like, yo, my mom's a black belt in jujitsu, and I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah.
And I also want to, of course, continue my podcast, have it be
Hmm.
successful.
Hmm.
I continue to have good health, continue to spread good vibes, positive vibes.
Right.
Continue to, hopefully, we start working a little bit more together, and we, get some gloves on and have some fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm
And
looking
roll
forward
one
to that
up
actually.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna roll one
I'm
up
looking
too
forward
right
to that
before.
too. Before and after.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's That's amazing, and I already see you like skyrocketing eventually. So just keep working towards it. Yeah, keep working. Like keep working towards it. Put in your time in it, and we'll see. We'll see next year, and it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm
So
ready. Let's get it.
yeah, so from this episode, guys, I feel like we've learned to follow your heart and do what makes you happy. And women are fucking amazing, and it's okay for us to be whoever we want to be. So
That's
we
true.
can do martial arts, we can run our own business, like,
We could cook.
and we can cook.
And we can
Yeah.
smoke too if we wanna.
So Lisa, do you wanna shout anybody out before we head out?
Oh Lord. I'm gonna shout out all my friends, my family, my kids who I love so much. I want to shout out John Wayne Martial Arts, Fusion CBD, Kat
Yeah.
Nelson for putting me on the show today. And
Yeah.
I wanna thank all the viewers. Continue to follow her journey. She's doing great at this podcast. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me on this show. Fight Bananas, you guys rock too, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah, guys, thank you, Lisa. You can follow Lisa at Lisa Lasita Soul 88 on IG. She also has, like I said, her own podcast, Lisa with a Z. You can see it in the back behind her. Follow her on her social media. Follow her journey as well. Merry Christmas! Thank you so much for being on here, Lisa. We'll see you guys
Bye.
next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye.
Out.